Hello everyone and welcome back to Johnny K Picks, and in this video I'm going to break down the bets that I have for UFC Vegas 45, Lewis versus Daukaus. So a couple of things before I get into my breakdowns. Since this is the last card of the year, I wanted to take some time to thank everybody for supporting my channel, watching my videos again. I'm gotta say I'm still surprised that I'm over 200 subscribers and growing. So again, thank you guys very much for all the support. And hey, if you're a new viewer or even a casual viewer that hasn't subscribed yet, don't be shy. For the holiday season, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Because in 2022, I plan on growing this channel even more than it is now. And also, spoiler alert, I'm going to be putting out a video or two during the UFC break. So again, be sure to hit that subscribe button for me and also turn on those notifications so you can see when those come out. Alright guys, so let's get to what you guys came here for, and let's go over my bets for UFC Vegas 45, Lewis versus Daukaus. So the first bet I have is an underdog bet. I have a 1 unit bet on Elkins to win, and I got that at plus 170. So with this fight, I do think the line's off just a touch here, and I think there's a little bit of value in Elkins. But honestly too, I do like his chances to win this fight. Elkins is known to be a grinder, and he just makes every one of his fights an ugly fight, which that's what he's going to have to do in this fight as well. Swanson's a very good striker, so I do think if Elkins can get the fight to the mat, I do think he's going to have a clear advantage. He may take a few good shots in the first round, but I do think later in the second and third rounds, I think he can take over and outwork Swanson and maybe get a couple takedowns here and there. And I do think he's going to break him and get the submission late in the fight. So give me Elkins at plus money. Okay, so my next bet is another underdog bet. I have a 1 unit bet on Muhammad to win, and I got that at plus 190. So I'll admit here, I was going back and forth whether or not to do this bet. But once I seen the line start coming down just a touch, and I think the line is a little off as well in this too. So I just decided to jump on it. I've seen numerous people picking Wonderboy and not giving any shot to Bilal. And not gonna lie, Wonderboy's a good fighter. He's a tricky guy to solve. But I will say that in the Gilbert Burns Wonderboy fight, Gilbert Burns did give a little bit of a blueprint on how to beat Wonderboy. And I'm not saying that Bilal is as good as Burns or anything like that. But I do think Bilal has the tools to replicate that blueprint, and he just needs to keep a high pace on Wonderboy, push him against the fence, maybe clinch up with him, and go for the takedowns, and try to negate Wonderboy's kicks, because that's his best weapon. It's not going to be easy for Bilal, but I think he has the tools to do it. Will he do it? I guess we'll find out Saturday, but at plus money, yeah, I'll roll the dice on that one. Alright, so for my third bet, I have a 2 Fighter Parlay. I have a 1 unit bet on Gamrot to win and the under 1.5 rounds in the Tafa Hunsucker fight, and I got that at plus 148. So with Gamrot, I'm really high on him this week, and I do think he's going to win this fight pretty convincingly. I just think he's the better, well-rounded fighter. I do think he's the better striker in this matchup. And he's definitely the better grappler and wrestler. And the under 1.5 rounds in the Tafa Hunsucker fight, yeah, this is definitely a no-brainer for me. In Hunsucker's last 11 pro fights, he's never, ever, ever made it into the second round. And other than Tafa's last 2 fights where he went to decision and lost, he hasn't even made it past the 1.5 round mark either. So yeah, sign me up for this bet as well. I think this is one of the no-brainers of the night, and I think it's going to be an all-out slugfest, and someone's going down in the first round. Okay, so my next bet is another 2 Fighter Parlay. I have a 1.5 unit bet on Gamrot and Lemos to win, and I got that at plus 100. So I just went over why I liked Gamrot in his matchup. I just think he's the more well-rounded fighter, and if this fight does go to the mat, I do think he's going to have the clear advantage. And with Lemos, yeah, she is a beast in the strawweight division, and I'm really high on her this week as well. For a strawweight, her power is just crazy. She has that one-punch knockout power, and that's very rare in that division. And as I said in my last video, I don't want to say that Hill doesn't have a chance to win, because the last time I said that, Nunes ended up losing and Pena won, and I said Pena had no chance. So I'm not going to look like a dum-dum for the second week in a row. But what I will say is I really like Lemos' chances, and I do think she's going to end up getting the knockout maybe in the first or second round. Alright guys, so before I get into my last bet of the night, if you're enjoying my content, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for me. And don't be shy, go ahead and show some love for the holidays. Okay, so we got the last bet, and you know what time it is. The Johnny K Hail Mary Parlay special here. So what I have here is a 0.5 unit bet on Lemos, Gamrot, and Elkins to win, along with the under 1.5 rounds in the Tafa Hunsucker fight. And I also have the over 1.5 rounds in the Lewis Daukaus fight. So the only leg that on this parlay that I didn't go over yet in this video is the over 1.5 rounds in the Lewis Daukaus fight. So I did pick Daukaus to win it in my previous video, but honestly, I don't think he's gonna win in the first round. I think what's going to happen is both of them are going to feel each other out a bit. Lewis is super powerful and everybody knows that, and Daukaus is going to feel him out a little bit more. I don't think he's going to go all crazy and potentially get knocked out in the first round. And honestly, I think Daukaus' best chances to win this fight is to drag this into the later rounds, maybe the second, third, or fourth round. He does end up getting tired as the fight goes on. And honestly, with Daukaus' volume, Lewis doesn't like to get hit that much. And if you start pressuring him, especially later in the rounds, he's going to crumble. And I think he's eventually going to get knocked out. And if you remember in the Gane-Lewis fight, that's exactly what Gane did to Lewis. So I do think Daukaus can replicate what Gane did. And I think he's going to get the knockout probably in the third or fourth round. But I'm not going to say this is a no-brainer bet, but I do like this bet a lot. Alright guys, so those are my bets for UFC Vegas 45, Lewis versus Daukaus. On your way out, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button for me. Also, if you want a more in-depth breakdown of my picks and predictions for UFC Vegas 45, feel free to go ahead and watch my video that I posted earlier this week. If you're on Twitter, go ahead and follow me at Johnny K Picks. Good luck to everybody on their bets this week. And lastly, I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everybody. I hope everybody enjoys the last card of the year, and happy fight night. Get out of here. Go and get going now.